This is footage we shot of cheetahs on a hunt, the likes of which had never been filmed before. All 5 cheetahs are together trying to bring down their prey, just as lions might. This is what it looks like when 5 cheetahs are hunting in a group. Examples like this are a vanishingly thin rarity. The generally accepted norm is that cheetahs are usually self-sufficient individuals. So why are these cheetahs hunting in a group? We've come to the Serengeti Plain in East Africa, which extends from Kenya to Tanzania. It's a grassy plain that stretches as far as the eye can see. It's teeming with animals and offers food for all tastes. And there's one of our target creatures, the cheetah. Eyeing its prey, it makes its stealthy approach. Notice how focused it seems. Its target is a herd of gazelles. Without warning, the attack begins. And its pace keeps increasing. When it needs to, it can reach a top speed of around 100 kilometers an hour. Almost instantaneously, the cheetah closes the distance on the gazelle. The cheetah's sculpted body is purpose-built for speed. Its slim torso, for example, carries no excess flesh. Its small head greatly reduces air resistance. Its fore and hind legs extend fully to give the cheetah its leaping stride. If circumstances demand, it's a long jumper too. And it can do so gracefully as well. So highly tuned, its body is the ultimate running machine. But the cheetah has one weakness that is difficult to overcome. These 2 male siblings have successfully caught their prey. They're feasting on its meat. But watch out, boys. A lion has its sights on your plunder. The takeover is not far off. And the cheetahs know when a cause is lost. This was an easy victory for the lion. The cheetahs didn't even try to put up a fight. This then is the cheetah's weakness, and quite literally so. In a confrontation with many another sharp-toothed predator, they are simply outclassed. Are not only lions. Here comes a hyena. It's a fearsome carnivore with powerful jaws. Reluctant to give up their spoil, the cheetahs initially try to intimidate the hyena. Undaunted, the hyena continues to approach. It was really no contest. But why did the cheetahs give up so easily? The reason lies in the cheetah's slim torso. Its muscles for fighting haven't developed in the way other large meat-eating animals' muscles have. That's the flip side to their unique body form that's so perfect for sprinting. Cheetahs just don't possess the means for protecting the prey they've caught. This pack of hyenas has successfully taken over the cheetah's food, and the cheetahs themselves, they've retreated and are cowering in the trees. These foes had, from the start, intended to steal whatever the cheetahs had managed to catch. It seems the cheetahs have been cleverly outmaneuvered. Finally, the hyenas leave. The only thing the cheetahs can do now is to once again hunt down some prey and hope they get to keep it. Fate is a cynical provider. In return for bodies perfect for catching prey, they are seldom allowed to keep it. But there's more. Overall, cheetahs have a reputation for being excellent hunters. But compared to female cheetahs, the hunting success rate for young males is low. The reason for the poor success rate becomes clear in a comparison of males and females when they're cubs. At this point, they all seem to be the same. As one might expect, the mother cheetah is tasked with raising the cubs. 3 months after they're born, however, differences in the behavior of the males and females start to appear. Perhaps surprisingly, the ones that accompany the mother when she goes hunting are the female cubs. The mother cheetah has located her prey. But look, the mother and her child are lined up and moving in the same way. The female cub is imitating her mother. Stealthily, the mother approaches a gazelle. The cub mimics her mother. Although still in infancy, she is picking up vital hunting skills. But what about the male cubs? No surprise here too, perhaps. They're just fooling around and playing. When the mother has caught her prey, the children all come together. But even here, the female cub imitates her mother. She bites into the prey's neck, practicing the final stages of the kill. Female cubs seem to know what's vital for the raising of future generations. When they're a year and a half old, they all leave the mother's territory and head off on their own. But the males are backward in the ways of the hunt. They struggle to survive on their own. This is an 18-month-old male. It's still been less than a few days since he started fending for himself. Is he looking for prey? He seems to be wandering around rather aimlessly. He spots a group of herbivores. With his head down, he makes his approach. It's certainly the hunting pose, but he's in full view of the herd. As could be expected, the zebras are on full alert. Sensing danger, they take to their heels. The young male cheetah appears to give chase. But in fact, it seems he was really after these gazelles. Yet it was a pitiful attempt at a catch. He was bobbing up and down like a yo-yo, so he couldn't possibly develop a pace good enough to run one down. To make matters worse, gazelles are no sloths and can run at a top speed of 90 kilometers an hour. With a running style that is decidedly subpar, the young cheetah is going to remain hungry for a while yet. Moreover, sometimes a youngster may meet a prey he wishes he hadn't. This is a common warthog. Embarrassingly, the young male cheetah finds that he is the hunted. The common warthog has big, fearsome tusks. If the cheetah doesn't approach it carefully, it may well find itself being counterattacked. Clearly, life on the Serengeti plain for a young male cheetah is far from straightforward. Examples have been seen before of male siblings sticking together after setting out on their own. However, in those cases, the largest groupings were of 3 cheetahs. This is the first time a group of 5 has been discovered in this area. So what kind of life have these cheetahs made for themselves? We decide to follow them together with Cheetah to find out. A tracking collar has been fitted to one of the cheetahs. It's the individual that Cheetah believes is the alpha male. It has a distinctive scar above its nose. The alpha male takes the lead. The others obediently follow him. They suddenly come to a stop. They've spotted a common warthog with her offspring. The cheetahs launch into action. One of them chases off the formidable adult. At the same time, another cheetah chases and catches a piglet. When the mother returns, this time 2 of the cheetahs are after it. When it's 2 against 1, the cheetahs stand a chance. The lead cheetah deftly dodges a counterattack. The target is still right up to the end, the piglet. And it's been caught. Now it's time to share the spoils. This was a division of labor that allowed them to successfully hunt down the otherwise dauntingly powerful common warthogs. Intriguingly, these 5 young males are not siblings. So how do they manage to maintain their cohesion as a group? Perhaps a clue to their unity lies in the environment. The Talek River, for example, cuts through the grassland. As the 5 cheetahs go down to the riverbed, at their head is the alpha male. They want to cross this muddy flow of water, but if they're caught in the current, it could be life-threatening. Decisively, one of the group jumps in. As befits his status, the first one to cross is the leader. He dives in before any of the others to see if it's safe and perhaps to prove a point. One after another, his companions follow him into the water. All of them make it safely across. It's becoming clear that they all depend on the alpha male. They stop by the side of a tree. Raising his tail high, the leader points his rear to the trunk. By urinating on it, he's marking the spot and thereby claiming this area as part of his pack's territory. The remaining 4 cheetahs surround the tree to mark it together. It's further proof that these 5 cheetahs are going to share one territory. With their leader at the head, the group goes off to patrol their land. Not long afterwards, the leader spots something. It's a herd of elands in front of a cluster of trees. The largest elands can weigh up to 900 kilograms. The cheetahs are eyeing a prey that quite simply dwarfs them. The challenge, the opportunity is there. How will they respond? The 5 cheetahs are headed for some bush. From time to time, they peek out from the undergrowth to see what the elands are doing. they're still about 200 meters away from their quarry. The cheetahs quietly approach the elands, concealing themselves as best they can. As they get nearer, the cheetahs emerge into the open. Since the land is lower here, the elands can't see them. The cheetahs are now about 50 meters away from the elands. It's a short enough distance that should allow them to pounce at will. And the attack begins. It's not head-on though. Instead, the lead cheetah runs alongside his quarry. Taking their cues from this tactic, the other cheetahs do the same. One of the cheetahs ups the ante. The others run parallel to the elands to pin them in against the trees. It's a successful operation, and they are rewarded with their meal. Cooperating as a group, the 5 young male cheetahs are able to make up for their individually poor hunting skills. The eland makes a welcome feast for the famished. Yet, out of the blue, the alpha male hits the male next to him. And not just once, but several times. In fact, says Cheetah, the alpha male has employed such disciplinary actions since not long after the group was formed. It seems the others need to never forget the pecking order. Cheetah also believes that besides the advantage they gain for hunting, there's another reason the 5 cheetahs live together in a group. A lion appears. It's the greatest enemy the cheetahs face. A lion has a very strong sense of territory. Even just being close to its terrain is reason enough to become the target of a lion's wrath. Sure enough, the lion approaches the group. Scratching the ground with its hind legs, the lion urinates. The lion is marking his territory. It's a warning to the cheetahs, don't come any closer. Suddenly, though, groan-like sounds can be heard. And they're coming from the cheetahs. The growls are an attempt to intimidate hunting ground for the 5 cheetahs too. They have no intention of quietly ceding it to the intruder. The lion, for his part, can't hide his irritation. He slowly but fearlessly approaches them. Far from fleeing, the young male cheetahs appear willing to defy the larger cat. Finally, having had enough of this, the lion springs into action. He's after the leader, but then he suddenly stops. He appears to be concerned about the male cheetahs behind him. The lion turns back towards them. he starts running again. But yet again, the lion stops. The young cheetahs, it seems, have decided to surround their foe. Faced with 5 opponents, the lion can't decide on which one to attack. When the lion starts running, the cheetahs follow suit. Finally, the lion gives up. He knows when continuing is pointless. The 5 cheetahs have deftly repelled a fearsome enemy. Cheetah says that the number of animals hostile to cheetahs is increasing. The young male cheetahs are living in the northern part of the Serengeti plain. As a result of efforts to protect lions and hyenas in this region, their numbers have significantly recovered in recent years. Cheetah says that this change in their environment may be one reason the 5 cheetahs have chosen to live in a group. For these young male cheetahs, who certainly aren't expert hunters yet, protecting their access to their prey is vital for their survival. Never seen before, the grouping of these 5 cheetahs is their way to survive in an increasingly hostile environment. It's the end of the dry season, which has lasted for half the year. It's the period before the onset of the rainy season, when herbivorous animals begin to get especially active. This is an infant gazelle that was born only the previous evening. It's already fully mobile. Nearby is an infant topi. New life on these grasslands is emerging everywhere. The 5 young male cheetahs are once again on the move. They're searching for their next meal. They find a herd of zebras. Spreading out, the cheetahs are trying to identify their target. The hunt is on. Their mark is one of the youngsters. The lead cheetah speeds up, but stops midway. In front and back, the young zebra is guarded by some of the larger adults. It's not a wise move for any cheetah to try to take on the strongest members of the herd. And so this hunt ends in failure. It's downtime for the cheetahs. After a hunt, the cheetah's body temperature and heart rate go up, so they have to rest a while. It takes them an hour to recover. Just because their last hunt was a fiasco doesn't mean they can immediately start looking for their next prey. As we monitored them, we could also see the demerits of living as a pack. Yet singly or together, they still need to feed. Their paramount need now is to reduce their hunting failure rate. It's that or starve. The 5 cheetahs now survey a herd of gazelles. The gazelles, however, are on alert and turn to watch the cheetahs. The chances of a successful hunt are not outstanding. As the gazelles take off, one cheetah rashly gives chase. But quite quickly, he has to stop to recover his strength. And his failure does not go unpunished. The alpha male lashes out at all the members of the group. He would seem to be extremely upset about the outcome. The one the leader particularly targets is the member that failed to catch the gazelle. Yet the other cheetahs are not immune to his annoyance either. Close monitoring of this individual was quite revealing. Almost everywhere they go, he receives the brunt of the leader's disaffection. He's treated like this even when he's just walking. He's under constant surveillance by the alpha male. Chelisheva calls this member M73. We decided to call him Charlie. He has disturbed the harmony of the group and he pays the price. They next come upon a herd of zebras on the grassland. The other members of the group are concealing themselves in the bushes to scope things out. They appear to be waiting for the zebras to come a little closer. Uninvited, Charlie begins to move forward. He takes off after a zebra. He's trying to tackle the zebra from behind, but doesn't have the energy to complete the attack. The other cheetahs take up the challenge. Charlie, meanwhile, is on the receiving end of the zebra's vicious kicks with its hind legs. The plan to ambush the zebras was ruined by Charlie jumping the gun. It forced the other members of the group to charge out after him. For his indiscipline, Charlie gets a real scolding from the leader. Chelisheva says there may be a reason Charlie is so impatient when hunting.
It could be the reason he wants to show that he deserves the higher position in the group.
However, he becomes the victim of his own actions, because the more impatient Charlie gets, the more he stands in the group's way. Matters will not get any easier for Charlie for some time. Thick clouds now cover the grasslands. Right between the dry and rainy seasons, heavy rains begin to fall about once every 2 days. For the 5 cheetahs, the pounding rain is a grim ordeal. In addition to not being able to go hunting, when they get wet, their body temperatures drop. The rain increases in intensity. Unable to stand it, they try to seek shelter under a small bush. The 5 cheetahs huddle together. All they can do is endure their hunger pangs and the cold and wait stoically for the weather to improve. Finally, there is a break in the rain. Soaking wet, the 5 are chilled to the bone. They begin to lick each other's bodies. By removing the droplets of water, they're trying to get dry as quickly as possible. Since a cheetah's tongue is rough, it's good for taking away the moisture. Despite the unpleasantness they have experienced, they can still work as a team. Now completely dry, the 5 members set out yet again to look for prey. Perhaps they'll have better luck from now on. Indeed, good fortune does seem to be shining on them. One cheetah crouches low. They have found some zebras. Stealthily, one of the cheetahs approaches the herd. It seems they plan to surround their prey and then use their close teamwork to catch it. Becoming aware of the danger, though, the zebras begin to flee. However, another cheetah is lying in wait. Finding the one he wants, he closes in. He chases his prey with every ounce of strength he has. And he is victorious. The other cheetahs gather round for the feast. But the celebration is about to be ruined. And the party poopers are a pack of hyenas. One of the cheetahs makes a stand. But his efforts are to no avail. Their catch is going to be forfeited. Looking back, we can see that one of the cheetahs surrendered the zebra without putting up a fight. It was the alpha male. The leader was the first one to pull out. The other members then had no choice but to withdraw as well. They'd finally got some food after all that trouble, but their enemies were a pack of hyenas. It might have been different if there had been only one hyena, but the cheetahs couldn't do anything against so many. The young male cheetahs leave. It was wiser than getting injured by putting up a weak resistance. The hyenas eat the zebra right to the bone. The hunt by the 5 cheetahs again comes to nothing. Around this time, an unsettling mood hangs over the group. The leader lashes out at the other members, apparently for no reason. But one of the group puts up some resistance. It was Charlie, supposedly at the bottom of the hierarchy. He showed a spirit he'd never shown before. On another occasion, this happened. The leader tried to attack Charlie, but another member intervened. He was protecting Charlie. It was as if he were reproaching the leader. It seems the position of the alpha male is wavering. It's clearly no easy matter for these unrelated male cheetahs to be bound together indefinitely. Another day, another hunt. The group of 5 is again on the prowl for prey. Charlie is at the head of the group. On this occasion, they find a herd of gazelles. Once again, Charlie sprints out ahead of the others. Will his bravado succeed this time? Charlie ratchets up the speed. The gazelle changes direction. Just when it seems the gazelle has opened up some distance from Charlie, another member joins the pursuit. But this time, it's Charlie that brings the gazelle down. It was a skillful piece of teamwork. With a show of nonchalance, the leader approaches. It was undeniably a great achievement for Charlie. Finally, the members of the group are able to eat to their heart's content. From this time forward, we begin to notice how well Charlie was maturing. It's now been over 1 month since we began following the group. The 5 cheetahs are again on the lookout for something to eat. This is the alpha male. His tracking collar for the survey has come off. They have come across a male topi. It's as big as a zebra. Charlie crouches down, assuming a hunting posture. He's waiting for the right moment. He begins stealthily moving forward. And now he runs. He quickly picks up speed. Look at Charlie's positioning. Different from the time he was back-kicked by the zebra, this time he runs diagonally to his target. Running stride for stride with the topi, he's looking for the right time to strike. The topi loses its balance. This is Charlie's chance. Charlie's front claws connect with his prey. Soon the others are following behind. The chase seems to come to a stop in the bushes. Working together, all 5 of the cheetahs try to topple the topi. Sinking his fangs into the topi's neck is none other than Charlie. The topi desperately tries to stand up. In response, the other cheetahs bite into the topi's legs. Finally, it's game over, as the cheetahs succeed in bringing it down. Yet again, it's a great victory for Charlie. This will have undoubtedly raised his standing within the group. Within 6 months, the members of the group will become fully fledged adults and should start to leave behind their own progeny. The zoologist, Cheetah, intends to continue monitoring them to see if they'll maintain their ties.
Brothers are staying for the rest of their life together.
The Serengeti Plain, Africa. In a kingdom filled with such fearsome threats as lions and hyenas, these 5 young cheetahs have survived by banding together. Yet, as they seek ever larger prey, they will have to contend with an increasing number of enemies. They're forging a new way to survive and thrive, such as never been seen before. Their strength, forged through collaboration, is as remarkable as it is surprising. It may be the key to their future on this great African plain.